Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, and those 3 junior super friends, Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Hey, good morning, everybody. That was my all-time favorite from Saturday morning cartoons. That was the one that if I didn't get up early enough to see that show, I was mad the whole weekend. I was inconsolable. Well, listen, you are tuning into the Bobby G and Company show. I've got Lynn is actually off this week. She is on assignment. She is up in Maine, and she's covering the tree-hugging yuppie hippie convention, which is sponsored by Subaru. And so she's up there all week covering that. And she's
What the?
I'm telling you, it's brutal. And
You mean she's on vacation?
Well, no, she's covering the Yippee, the Subaru thing.
Right.
She's actually the celebrity judge, believe it or not, for the women's armpit hair braiding competition.
Oh. It's too
You
early
realize
in the
she's going to
morning.
kill you when she comes back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, next week is just going to be the Lynn show.
Fans, none of this is true. He's just making it up as he goes along.
But I can't make this stuff up. That's good stuff. I mean, I can't do it. But listen, we've got, so filling in for me for Lynn today is my good friend, Mr. Bob Mancini. Welcome, Bobby. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
You're up at the butt crack of dawn.
Oh, it's brutal.
It
It's early. It's definitely brutal.
So we could actually, your nickname is the Bean, so we could call this the Bobby and Bean Show today.
There you go.
Nice.
Goes good.
And also joining us, as always, our good friend, Mr. Pete Cowles. Good morning, Pete. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning. Sure, something like that. Westfield won the volleyball Western Mass Championship last night. Unfortunately, it's bad for me because my nephew plays for Minnetonka, who they beat.
Oh.
But you know what? Honestly, they were all shaking hands afterwards.
Oh, that's good.
All these kids, my nephew and most of the Westfield team played on a club team all winter, so they're all friends. It's like, eh. But they got their butts kicked in 3 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I got to see some of his final set of his career. But they held the Western Mass Championships at a neutral site, which is West Side High School. So
Okay.
it was fun going over there last night and watching a little volleyball.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I hear on the news, I didn't watch it, but I hear on the news that the Bruins lost Game 7.
Yes. Well, you know what? Good for the St. Louis Blues. They had never won a cup, so
Yeah, 50 years without anything there. They actually tied for the longest record without a championship.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other team was, but I read it on the Wall Street Journal. And,
All I know is I tuned in for a little while last night when I got home,
Yeah.
and I saw St. Louis score their first goal and go, I'm a jinx, I'm turning it off.
What
and
was
I
the
went
final?
to bed.
Do you know?
4-1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
a
the
beat.
Bruins only scored an empty netter, so
That's a beat.
when they had it. So
Oh, my son actually was there Game 5 and last night Game 7.
yeah, I know a couple people that went to the Red Sox and the Bruins game last night.
Really?
They said tickets were going, if you had resale tickets, the cheapest one was $19,000.
Ouch.
Ticket.
That's just ridiculous.
Single ticket.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And if you want a decent ticket, it was $35 and up. So, you know, you could pay for a nice new car if you had season tickets and you really didn't want to go. I mean, obviously, if you're a season ticket holder and you don't want to go, I mean, maybe you might want to give up your season tickets, but you could have made some bank out of that one.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yep.
Definitely. I didn't realize it was that much money. Jeez.
They were talking about on WEI yesterday. It was like $33,000 on StubHub for a ticket.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know where my son got him. I don't know what
That's
he
a
paid
year
for
of
him.
college if you got two.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. So, well, we'll get back into that stuff in a bit. We got 55 degrees right now currently in Westfield. We're only expecting a high of 59 degrees, but it's going to be a rainy day.
Yeah.
They're saying a washout. Okay.
Heavy rain, tapering the showers by later today.
Yep. And then, so tonight, though, it's supposed to be dry. So other than the puddles everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, quick
tonight-
rainstorm and then we're out.
Yep, we should be in good shape for this evening. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind the rain. Like I said, as long as it's not the S word, I'm good with it.
It's too late for that.
Yes, it is. But you also don't expect 55 degrees or 59 for a high.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, you
that's
do.
the rarity.
When you get cloud cover like this and there's no sun warming, sure you do.
Yeah,
55. That's your high right now.
that's what it is right now. The high
It's
is
not really changing.
the high is going to be 59. Yeah, majority of the day is going to be like right around here. And well, the whole day. I mean, you're only talking 4 degrees more for a high today. So that's yeah. But hey, that's okay. That's okay. Most of the people can give their air conditioners a break.
I haven't put mine in yet.
Oh, we did. I ended up when we did the kitchen renovation. The faucet that I had before on the sink was it came up and then down. It was like a hook, and but it had a base that you could detach. So it was you basically unscrewed it and you took the thing because the faucet the spigot controls were on the sides, not
Yep.
on the unit.
Yep.
And so that was pretty cool because I only have one window in my kitchen, and it's on the other side of that faucet. Well, when we had the kitchen redone, my wife picked out a brand new faucet that's freaking awesome, but we didn't give any thought to it. It doesn't come apart.
Okay.
So I can't.
Slight problem.
Yeah, a little bit. So I didn't want to start picking up those Mitsubishi units yet. Is that the kitchen was like cost me bank.
You don't want a mini split.
Yeah. So, well, not yet. I do want to get them, but not yet.
Okay.
So I ended up buying a standalone unit that vents like through a dryer vent.
Yep.
And so I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking about this, and I got a buddy of mine that he has one of these in his living room, and what he did was he actually punched a hole through his wall, put a dryer vent in there, and that's what he hooks this thing up to.
I just had a vision of Tim Allen and
Oh, yeah,
something
yeah.
going very,
Yeah.
very wrong.
Yeah. So that's
Like you're hitting electrical wires or something.
I've got my electrician.
Give me that Sawzall.
Yep, my electrician buddy's coming over to do it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna run in the kitchen. And it was, everybody always used to complain last year and every other year when they come over to the house, like for evidence reviews and stuff like that. Oh, it's so cold in here, because my AC is set for 60 degrees, full blast all the time.
60?
60.
How much do you pay in electrical?
Nothing. I tap it off of my neighbor. I got an extension cord going over to their house.
There you go.
Oh, my.
That'll work.
That'll work. So this year
Must
and
be an
that's-
awfully big extension cord.
It is. It's one of those commercial size ones. But and that was a 10,000 BTU that would freeze people out. Well, the one that I bought, the stand-up one, is a 1,400 BTU. I'm expecting this puppy to leave icicles.
14,000.
Yeah, 14,000. Yeah.
1,400, they'd be like, meh, it's
Yeah.
nice.
No, this isn't even. Yeah. No, this is nothing.
You are
But
a
yeah.
sick man. Sick, I tell you.
I am. I'm telling you. I tell everybody when they come over, bring a sweatshirt, because I am not turning this puppy down. This
Your
is the
wife
way.
will tell you to turn it down.
You kidding me? She loves it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we've got one in the window in the bedroom. We've only got one window in that room too. But that's a 12,000 BTU, and that's on full blast.
I
60
get away
degrees.
with, last year I got away with one 5,000 in the bedroom and a big fan to push it across the house
Oh really?
for the whole summer.
Yeah.
Well, granted, I was gone 3 weeks, but
Well.
yeah.
Yeah. No. We've got two going every year, and I'll tell you, it's nice. It's nice. The dogs get groomed and they come home and they're shivering. It's like, why'd you cut off my fur? I need it.
Oh, boy.
I'm telling you, but I love it. I've always been one. I do like winter almost opposed to summer, just because it's cold and you can always add layers. But when you're hot, you can't do a damn thing about it.
You can move to the Canadian Maritimes.
Yeah, but winter's. I like winter
I
except
got
for
a
the
nice
snow.
house for you on Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, there you go. I could sell you a bridge too.
I think there is a bridge to Prince Edward Island now.
Probably is. So we've been talking the last couple of weeks how we changed from Ag One Paranormal Radio to the Bobby G Show, with an effort to kind of diversify and make it a little bit, not necessarily always about the paranormal. And I'm telling you, this has opened up a lot of different doors.
I did tell you that, a long time ago.
Yeah, you did, but I had to digest it. I had to get there myself. You planted the seed, and it definitely germinated.
Yeah.
But I had to get there myself because I don't want to turn down what brought us to the table, but I also can't, it's got to be an occasional thing, not a constant thing. And
you could do Agwan Paranormal as a monthly hour show if you wanted to.
We can talk about something like that. I don't know.
We still have the hour slots. I got 2 slots open, so.
Okay. All right. We can definitely look at that.
I think that was its best, honestly, that was its best fit.
Oh, yeah. We had a lot of fun with that.
Right. As just a 1 hour monthly show.
Yep. So we can definitely look at that. I just would have to check with Lynn, make sure her schedule is accommodating to that. We could definitely do something there. So last week we were talking about Saturday morning cartoons, and Lynn was sharing her favorites, and Pete and I, I picked the Super Friends theme song for the entry to this week's show. But I don't know, Bobby, how old are you?
49.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're full of it. And then I almost blurted something else out there.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm 49.
There was actually back in, let me see if it even says it. No, not conveniently posted.
Honestly, this was my favorite one.
Yeah, there you go. Looney Tunes.
No more rehearsing, you're rehearsing a part. We know every part by heart. Oh, and you're once you know what I will hear. On with the show, this is it.
I have no idea.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It was Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny
and-
Roadrunner hour.
Yeah, Roadrunner. Yeah.
Too young.
Too young. You're still a puppy. Yeah, full of it too. Well, back in '78, there was actually, and I remember this as a kid. I only remember snippets of it though, and I could never find the name of the series or anything because you can buy anything on DVD now.
Yeah.
There was a short-lived, I think it was only two episodes. It was called Legends of the Superheroes. And it was Adam West and Burt Ward reprising their roles as Batman and Robin. Frank Gorsh came back as the Riddler, and it was a whole series. It's kind of like a watered-down Justice League against like the Legion of Doom sort of a thing. And it was a live action. It was corny. It was hokey. But the biggest thing I remember was the character Solomon Grundy working in a gas station as an attendant and a Batmobile pulling in. And I was like, oh my God, I remember this as a kid. And I found it on Amazon, and it was from '78. So Pete, I'll let you borrow the DVD. It definitely, it's not something you could take seriously. It's Adam West and Burt Ward, but it's kind of like expanding upon their Batman series, but still pretty interesting stuff. And I found out, like I said, I found it on, I think it was Amazon, and just luck, I hit it, and I was like, oh my God, that's the series. So I'll leave that with you, Pete. You can check that out at your convenience.
Okay.
So we've got, let's jump in because it's already 13 after 6. So National What Is It Today? Today is actually, and this one's perfect for me, National Kitchen Klutzes of America Day.
I'm definitely not that.
That definitely works for me. Today is Random Acts of Light Day, National Weed Your Garden Day. I was going to pause there between National Weed and Your. National Sewing Machine Day. So if you could do your Patrick Stewart impersonation, make it so. National Career Nurse Assistance Day. And apparently this starts off a whole week dedicated to career nursing assistants. So that's your National What's It Day. And we've got, if you want to hit the Connie Talbot, we can do the history background, historical events.
Yesterday,
This girl won the European version of America's Got Talent.
so far
Wow.
She is incredible.
Yeah.
It's called Britain's Got Talent, by the way.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she just got incredible. She sang this song because it's her dad's favorite tune.
That's amazing.
I was floored by this.
Oh.
So going back all the way to 1967, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson nominated Solicitor General Thurgood Marshall to become the first black...
Thurgood.
Thurgood? Okay.
Yes.
Thurgood Marshall to become the first black justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. 1970, The Long and Winding Road becomes the Beatles' last #1 song. I don't even remember that song.
I think I do, but I can't hum a few bars for you.
And then in 2005, a jury in Santa Maria, California, acquitted pop singer Michael Jackson of molesting 13-year-old Gavin Arvizo at his Neverland Ranch. I don't know. Never bought that. That guy always creeps me out. But,
That guy always creeps me out.
yeah, see, he does. I mean, especially when his nose fell off. I mean, that was just terrible. I don't know. Well, hey, remind me later. I'll tell you a joke about Michael Jackson and Kmart. There was a funny one that went around.
What?
I'm telling you, I won't say it on the air. It's not.
Please don't.
It's not profane, but I won't say it on the
We
air.
don't need to get sued by some estate.
I know. Okay. Yeah, we're that big.
They'll find us.
Michael Jackson's estate is listening now.
They'll find us.
Hey, Latoya. How you doing, honey? All right, so let's.
Oh my.
We'll jump
Wait a
from.
minute, hold on. I need to play that again. Hold on.
There you go. All right. So let's go into celebrity births from there.
Ah, for Christ's sakes, you're killing me this
I
morning.
am. I'm making you work for it. So we got a little Marilyn Monroe action here.
happy birthday.
This is her singing happy birthday to JFK.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
He lays it on pretty thick around here.
Yeah. You know, Lynn was saying...
This is what you don't see when you don't come in early.
This is what I save you from at 6 until you come in at 6:30. Lynn always tells me, she can't sing. I'm like, who the hell cares?
Yeah, no kidding. I keep thinking about, didn't she walk down the street and there's a famous, I don't know, some air.
In a movie,
Oh,
she
the-
walks over the
the
grate
s-
from
the
the
subway
cellar
grate.
grate. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cellar grate, and blows her dress up.
Yep.
You got video of that?
yeah, but this is radio, so it's not going to do you any good. All right, so celebrity births today. We've got going back all the way to 1926. This guy was center square in Hollywood Squares. He's an American actor and singer, Mr. Paul Lynde. He passed away in 1982. 1943, we have Malcolm McDowell, English actor and producer. Also played Soren in Star Trek
Yeah, that's what I was
Generations.
saying. Malcolm, yeah, he was in
Yeah.
Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these guys did.
And more than one. He was on the classic series, I think, too, playing something.
The original series?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think so, but I'll have to check that. I don't believe so, but we'll look. 1951, Mr. Richard Thomas, the American actor, director, and producer, also known popularly as John Boy. He was born today. He also did. Do you remember Battle?
Hey, you want to hear a little trivia fact about John Boy?
Shoot.
Do you remember Jim Klein, the sports guy at Channel 40?
Yes. Yeah.
He actually grew up next to the real Waltons. He was their closest neighbor. What the book and movie and all that were patterned after. He was literally their closest neighbor at 6 miles away.
Really, I didn't realize that was a true family.
Oh yeah, yep. Based
Oh.
on a true family, and he was their closest neighbor, Jim Klein.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
You ever want to watch a real campy popcorn movie, as my friend Carrie calls them, where you're just going to sit and mindlessly watch this? Richard Thomas did a sci-fi hit, mess, called Battle Beyond the Stars. That was kind of...
Never heard of it.
Yeah, look it up. I mean, it is campy, but he did it. So getting into your comment earlier, Pete, 1953, on this day, Mr. Tim Allen. He was born. American
Seriously?
Actor. Yep.
Wow, I needed to tie in and didn't even know it.
Exactly. American actor and producer. And then 1960, Mr. Jacques Rougeau, a Canadian wrestler, was born today. A funny story with the Rougeaus. Jacques and Raymond were wrestling tag team partners, but they're actually brothers in real life. I did not know that. I thought it was just for the show, but they're actually brothers in real life. I went, it had to be in the 80s. I went to the old Springfield Civic Center, and had ringside seats with a bunch of my friends to see WWE wrestling. And it was a tag team match between the Rougeau brothers and the old Rockers, which was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. This was before they split up. And the Rougeau corner was right literally in front of us. We were maybe 8 feet away from these guys. And everybody in Springfield was booing them. They were the bad guys. Everybody loved the Rockers. I hated the Rockers. I just couldn't stand their gimmick. So my buddy Jay is sitting next to me, and we're cheering the bad guys. And every time they would grab like one of the Rockers, we would motion for them what to do. Like he put
No way, seriously?
It was awesome. He grabbed Shawn Michaels, puts him in a headlock. Now I've got a fake head in my left arm, and I'm using my right hand to punch where the face would be. He's looking right at us and doing exactly what Jay and I are telling him to do.
You're calling the match.
It was exactly. It was awesome. I will never forget that. And Rougeau's actually won that match, and they just kept pointing down to us, and it was just great.
They probably told the Rockers at some point, we got some fans that are really into it. Just let us win this one.
It was cool. It was really awesome, and I thought my friends were going to kill us at the time, but it was just really cool to be that much into it. So I mean, to this day, like if you watch the pay-per-views, I think it's Raymond Rougeau. It might be Jacques. I'm not sure which one of the two is which now. But one of them is the commentator for the French team. And you see him on the pay-per-views every now and then. And
all right.
That was just really cool. Stupid little trivia I just threw to you and a little experience. But that's it for that. So 1962, we get up to Ali Sheedy, American actress and author. She was in what was that Five Alive movie? Short Circuit.
She was in Breakfast Club too.
Breakfast Club. That was
That was her breakout role, and then she was in a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, she
too.
was. She was real popular for like a decade almost. But you know, Breakfast Club for me is like the teen movie.
Yeah,
I mean, even today, it still stands.
yeah.
You know, have you ever seen that one, Bobby?
No.
Oh, come on. Jeez, you're killing me here. You're killing me.
No.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, yeah. All right, Pete, do you know, or, Bobby, you may know this guy, actually. Stephen Gilchrist Glover. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's an American stuntman and actor. He goes by the stage name Steve-O from the Jackass
yeah,
movie.
Jackass, Steve-O. Yeah, okay.
Yep. It says he was born in 1974 today.
Young kid.
Yeah,
Live hard, die young.
I always liked what's the not Mini-Me. What's the little guy's name?
I don't know. I don't know Jackass all that well.
Yeah, I
I
don't
knew
either.
Steve-O was.
But 1981, Chris Evans was born, American actor. He actually he's Captain America in the Avengers movies. But he actually got his first role with Marvel with the Fantastic Four. He played the Human Torch.
That's right. Yeah.
And then they cast him as Captain America and recast the Fantastic Four. So 1986, you got Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were born, American actresses, singers. Oh my God, they did it all.
Fuller House.
Full
But
House.
did they?
Yep.
They came back for that, right? Fuller House.
I
I don't think they did.
They weren't invited back.
Yeah, I don't think they were because they were twins, and there's no way. Plus, they became a hot mess in their teenage years.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. They're both producers now as well as fashion designers. But that's all we got for celebrity births. Let me quickly, you don't even have to hit the paparazzi or paparazzi. I'll just do it. I only got three.
Okay.
I only got 3 celebrity deaths today. 1982, Peter Maivia passed away. He was born in 1935.
High Chief Peter Maivia.
Exactly. The Samoan-American wrestler and promoter. He was the maternal grandfather of Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. 1986, Mr. Benny Goodman passed away. He was born in 1909. The American clarinet player, songwriter, and band leader. And this one near and dear to our breakfast hearts. In 2010, Mr. Jimmy Dean passed away. He was born in 1928, American singer, actor, and businessman.
You can still see him today on his ads.
You can. He founded Jimmy Dean Foods. So that's your celebrity deaths today. So listen, we are at 6:24 in the a.m., and let me break into our first song. This is one I just, again, all the music that I play for the most part, like 99% of it are songs that I like. You know, when back in the day, you know, you turn them on the radio and crank it. This is one that I always like. This is Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and you're listening to the Bobby G and Company Show.
Welcome to your life.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Once again, this is Bobby Goff, and you're listening to the Bobby G and Company Show. Joining me today, my good buddy Bob Mancini, 'cause Lynn is on vacation. She is up in Maine. She had a motorcycle. I can't picture Lynn as a bike chick, even though I've seen her on. She's got a Harley and the whole 9 yards. I don't know. I can't picture her.
She's not a backseater. She rides her own Harley.
Yeah, she's got her own.
Nice.
Yeah, she's got her own. So
I can imagine her as that.
Yep. So she.
That's
loves
why
it.
I'm saying she's gonna kick your butt. You keep talking like that.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. So we got. Let's break into the Keurig facts of the day. And okay, hit it. Take it away, Frankie.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they've got to find
Frankie Sinatra, you gotta love it. All right, so we got, these are the Keurig facts of the day that are designed to make you the smartest person at the office Keurig machine. So, first one I got for you. This one just cracked me up when I found this. Every citizen in Kentucky is required by law to take a bath at least once a year.
Once a year?
Once a year. That's on the books.
It's on the books?
That is on the books. That cracks me up. Okay. And you know, you may want to
leave that one alone.
Yeah, we're not gonna touch that. Alabama, you're not required to do that even. But you do have to be up on your banjo lessons. So you have to make sure you can play that banjo. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's brutal.
It is. This is a tough crowd this morning. All right. So, well, hey, this is what you guys get with the Bobby Show. You know, you don't want Rob. I mean, that's professionalism. I'd really tone that down. But if you take 2 forks and a charge, I guess you just kind of like wire them in, a pickle will emit light.
Oh, this is getting worse by the second.
No, come on, it's true.
Is it really?
You could have a pickle light. You stick two metal forks in each end and wire them in. The pickle will glow. It will actually emit light.
I'm going to try that when
Seriously?
I get home.
Yeah. Bobby's going to try it when he gets home. He's going to have to let me know how that works out.
Well, I suppose because of all the salt content, you're probably right.
So, hey, that works. So here's a little bit of factual trivia that and I never knew this, but I thought it was pretty cool. Sometime around the year 1325, okay, now this is true, the Aztecs were looking for a place to build their capital. A priest had interpreted an omen to mean the site should be where they found an eagle perched on a cactus devouring a snake. And that's why they chose what is now Mexico City. They actually found an eagle eating a snake while resting on a cactus. This scene is actually depicted on the Mexican flag.
Is that why it's built at like a mile high or something?
I don't know, but that's why they chose that area. So one of their Aztec priests had an omen, or interpreted an omen as meaning that this is what you have to find. When you find this is where you build your capital. And they found that in what is today Mexico City. And that's why that scene is depicted on the Mexican flag. I did not know that.
Well, there you have 2 Keurig facts. Now you find out what Mexico City where it is and why the Mexican flag is where it is.
See that?
Is what it is.
And Bobby's going to light up a pickle for me.
When I get home, light the pickle.
So normally at this, yeah, that's funny though. Come on, Pete, that's funny.
Sure it is.
So
Why don't we give that to the science classes up
Well,
on the upper campus?
yeah, why not? Hey, we shop project. Here's a pickle. Stick a fork in it.
It'll be done.
It will be. So normally at this point in time, we have Lynn's Corner, which she talks about the whatever's going on this coming weekend. I did not want to do that because that's Lynn's segment, and I didn't want to step
There's
on that.
all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, I know there is, but I wanted Lynn's an exclusive with that.
I think there's just in Westfield, there's White Lion Brewing.
Yeah.
Is sponsoring a monthly concert series next to Mina's Wine and Spirits. So there's a beer garden there tonight, and I think there's a acoustic duo playing tonight. But they have a keyboard, so I think they can play just about anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so the beer garden's open at like 5:30, and the music starts at 7. So nice little night out. There's also supposed to be North Elm Butcher Block is bringing their food truck there, so some good tasty treats there as well. So you can have dinner, have a couple of beers, and bring your chair to watch some music.
Beers come in couples?
Oh,
I always thought they were like 6 or 12s.
Rob, you go for the 24-pack. Come on.
Enjoy responsibly.
I do. Enjoy responsibly.
Yes. So that's going on, and there's all kinds of concerts going on. I mean, every week the Amelia Park Garden has theirs. Sunday, it's a Beatles tribute, I believe, this weekend up at the Stanley Park.
Yeah, we
I
got to be
remember
careful.
Tina saying that.
Because you can't put it on YouTube, they'll censor that.
Yes, they will.
You'll have zero sound or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
they
but
do that to me every damn time I play the Beatles.
But yeah, so it's a Beatles tribute up at Stanley Park on the Sunday concert series up there this week.
That's cool.
See, I listen to Tina on Wednesdays too.
Well, yeah.
She covers some of that too.
Good.
Not as well as Lynn though.
No. Lynn's really in depth. I mean, she spent like 2 days putting that list together for last week. It was pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
So instead of doing stuff going on, I decided my shtick is going to be just for laughs.
Oh boy!
So I'm going to play, whether it's a comedy routine, an amusing tune, whatever the case may be. On the rare occasion that Lynn is not here, this is what I'm going to do. So one song that for me always comes to mind, and if you've never heard this, you really are in for a treat. This cracks me up. It is very clean. There's no profanity, no nothing into it.
Thanks for screening that for me.
Yeah, and I did screen it. And this is called The Drunk Scotsman. So check this out. We'll be right back. Check this out.
Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left the bar one evening fair, and one could tell by how he walked that he'd drunk more than his share. He fumbled round until he could no longer keep his feet, and he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Ring ding diddle little ideo, ring da diddly I-o. He stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. About that time, two young and lovely girls just happened by. One says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yon sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt." Ring ding diddle little ideo, ring da diddly I-o. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt. They crept up on that sleeping Scotsman quiet as could be, lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see, and there, behold, for them to view beneath his Scottish skirt was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Ring ding diddle little ideo, ring da diddly I-o, was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. They marveled for a moment, then one said, "We must be gone. Let's leave a present for our friend before we move along." As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied into a bow. Around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Ring ding diddle diddle ideo, ring da diddly I-o. Around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Now the Scotsman woke to nature's call and stumbled towards the trees. Behind the bush he lifts his kilt and gawks at what he sees. And in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, "Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize." Ring ding diddle diddle ideo, ring da diddly I-o. Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize.
That always brings a tear to my eye from laughing so hard at it. Oh man, that song is just
First prize, huh?
That is just so funny, and it's obviously clean, but it just cracks me up because it's it's a story, and you can actually kind of picture the story as it's happening. But yeah, that's the Drunk Scotsman, and hopefully it put a smile on your face at this god awful hour of 6:39 in the morning. But hey, you know what? It made me laugh, so that works too. So hopefully it did you too. And let's break right into our regular song. This one, not a comedy tune or anything like that. This is just a regular music. And I find that I don't play enough of this band.
I know, I love them. And one of my classmates from high school is in one of the best tribute bands. Actually, U2's played with this tribute band called Unforgettable Fire, and he's the guitar player. And they were playing down in New York when U2 did their last tour there a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And they didn't know it, but Edge and the drummer were sitting up in the balcony watching them play because they didn't want to jump in with them if they weren't the right sound. They want to make sure they were a good tribute band.
Sure.
And they said, "You have our sound down pat. Like you're doing us a good service."
Yeah.
So right before a song, they knew the tour manager was there, or they knew their manager was there, but Edge walked up behind him and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, can I borrow your guitar?" And he went, That's
awesome.
And they played like 2 or 3 songs with the band, and it was I'm just sitting there in awe, and taking videos of him. He says, Edge doesn't sign anything. And he said he asked him to sign the guitar because he wanted to retire it after that gig.
Oh, I can imagine.
And he says it's hanging up on his wall. He said he did. He retired the guitar and he just bought another one. And and he said it was a cool. There's video of it on YouTube, so I know it's true because I watched it. But it's the coolest thing ever. So they're good guys.
That is.
They're
awesome.
really good guys. Yeah.
Well, there was a video going back. I don't remember the band that did this, but they had a kid come up on stage and play lead guitar. It was It was a metal band, I think it was.
Metallica, maybe?
It might have been. I don't know. I'm thinking it was, but something like that. And this 12-year-old kid comes up on stage and started wailing out whatever the song was.
Enter Sandman, I think it was.
Was that?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was incredible, Pete. This kid was so hyper talented.
Yeah.
But, I know some kids. When my friend teaches guitar on Palmer.
Okay.
And there's some shredders that are 14, 15 years old that can pound this stuff out unbelievably good.
And what are they going to be like when they hit, in 10 years from now, when they're in their mid-20s?
Some of them are in bands. Some of them are in bands, playing locally and stuff like that. There's a lot of talent in this area. There's so much.
Nice.
So much talent.
So does your buddy with the U2 tribute band, do they come around here ever?
Oh, God, yeah. They played MGM last year in the summer concert series. I think they were the last show. They're playing this year. I know Jay is booking them for his winter concert series at the Women's Club. So they play. I mean, they play a lot of New York, New Jersey. They played in Atlantic City at one of the casinos. I mean, they're that good.
Keep me in mind when that comes around again. Let me know. I'd love.
The band's name is Unforgettable Fire. They're really, really, really good.
I'd love to see that. That'd be awesome.
Pat Barry, who is one of the biggest U2 nuts that I know.
Okay.
I have been trying to convince him to see him for years. Because I know them and I know they're really good. Mm-hmm. And they played a show at the John Boyle O'Reilly Club outside. Yep. And he went to the show and he goes, "Oh my God, Pete!" He goes, "These guys are just incredible. That it's you close your eyes and you're at a U2 stadium show."
Wow, I'd love to see that.
Yep,
that does sound really. So let me know when your buddy comes in town. And
will do.
So as you may have guessed, we're going to be playing a U2 tune. And this is one of their, the entire, I don't know, I'm not sure which album this came off of, but Joshua Tree, the entire album is phenomenal.
Yep.
It's like Pink Floyd's The Wall. I don't think there's one song on that whole album that I don't like. So I'm not sure if this one came from that or not. It might have. I'm not honestly sure.
Michael Buster McMahon would be mad at you. You don't know your facts.
Well, this is why we have Michael Buster McMahon to straighten this out. I create the chaos and he makes it a straight line for me. Right. That's it. So this is U2, with or without you, and you're listening to the Bobby G and Company show.
thorn twist in your side. I'll wait for you. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails she makes me wait. And I wait without you. With or without you. With or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore. You gave it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you. With or without you. With or without you, I can't live. With or without you. And you give yourself away. And you give yourself away. And you give. And you give. And you give yourself away. My hands are tied. The body bruised. She got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away. And you give yourself away. And you give. And you give. And you give yourself away. With or without you. With or without you, I can't live. With or without With or without you. With or without you, I can't live. With or without you. With or without you.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Bobby Goff with the Bobby G and Company Show. Joining me this morning, Mr. Bob Mancini. He's been a guest on the show a couple of times, and he's my co-host.
You promoted him.
Yeah, I did. He's filling Lynn's shoes quite well. I may have to keep him here.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know.
He may not want to wake up this early every morning.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
That's it. So I did hear from Lynn. Apparently, the women's armpit hair braiding competition is off to a furious start. It's tough to park all those Subarus in that field, but they're getting it done. So we'll hear more
at any
about
cost.
We'll hear more about that next week. You know, I have to laugh, and I'm going to kind of bust Bobby's butt a little bit here. When we were listening to the music before, it stuck in his head. He actually pulled his headphones off. He's like, "Were you kidding about the arm braiding thing?" I was dying laughing off. It was just so funny.
Who does that?
The fact that you bought that?
I said it with such conviction. I sold it. That's it. So Lynn's got a.
You'd make a great wrestler.
I'm telling you. Hey, you know what? Talking about sports entertainment in the ring, and I'm kind of working my way here. Mr. Mancini is a boxer, pro level.
No, amateur.
Amateur.
I
call you pro level.
Yeah, I'm not pro. Not that good to go pro.
So what's coming up with that? Yeah, I know you've got a fight coming up. What's up with there?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because July 12th, I need a ring announcer, and I appointed you as ring announcer for the day.
Well, all right. So am I going to have like a valet? Am I going to have somebody bodyguarding me in a corner? Because you guys are brutal with your ring announcers. The last guy got taken out in a stretcher.
Yeah, that's
I'm not having that. So you know what? I want you want me in there? I need to have my girl, Jackie Boyle, in my corner, guarding me and taking care of me.
You know, it's funny. Bam Bam, she'll be there. She's a little upset at me right now because she had an amateur fight down in Connecticut that I was supposed to go to. And she called me at 10 o'clock in the morning. She's like, "Are you on your way down?" I'm like, "Oh, I just got up. Why? What time you fighting?" She goes, "I told you 11. Well, it's an hour and a half away. I'm like, oh. But she did win, and she won a belt. She won a belt. She's got 2 more amateur bouts, and then she's turning pro. You know, Jacqueline's a good friend of mine. She's ding ding.
Yep.
She's just an incredible person.
No, you know something? I mean, we've had what was it, Taylor?
Yeah,
I believe was her
Taylor,
name.
yeah.
She was on the show, and you know, we've had some, and I'm just gonna say it straight out. I mean, these are some extremely beautiful women.
Yeah.
And Jackie,
And then kick your butt.
No, but Jackie is too. She is just stunning. Is the only word to describe this girl. And how come all the women look like that? And I don't know, Bobby. You know.
Listen, I don't know, but there's a lot of beautiful. Yeah, I'll tell you, and that's
Look at Ronda Rousey.
No, that is not. I'm sorry, Ronda is not pretty.
No,
Really?
she's pretty.
No,
Yeah, she's
very
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah.
I cannot. No, I do not agree with that. I've never found her
Maybe to
attractive.
you.
Well, that's all I'm talking about is me. I'm not judging for you.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
But I mean, you know, I do not find her attractive at all.
I'll tell you what, the guy on the street, so many fighters, if you look at them from Maureen Shea to, there's a girl out of Rhode Island, Melina Costa. These girls are just beautiful looking girls. I mean, and you say to yourself, they're getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? And they're total badasses.
But like you said, Jackie just won a belt.
Yeah, she
just
ended
won a
up,
title.
Yeah, she won. They gave out the winner at the amateur belts. But that's a nice belt. I just showed you the
Yeah,
picture.
it is. It is.
And but she works hard. And I'm on her like all the time. But she's just a hard-working person, you know.
But you know what I think? What some of it is, these girls understand that they don't use their face to hit the other guy's glove.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, we let him have a show.
I know it.
Why?
I don't. We that's the mystery of the show. We don't understand.
So listen, on a serious note.
You
You better be ready to be a ring announcer, or else someone's going to smash a chair over your head or throw you over the top rope.
Well, you know what? I got that covered too. So we got Jackie. I want if she's going to be there, I got to meet her. I want her in the corner. Tell her to bring her belt with her.
Yeah.
I got to see that title. That just is incredible. But I got my buddy Sean. Now Sean Shinoda is the gorilla. This guy is massive.
Really?
And we go back to just literally, just after high school. I want to say I was like 18 when I met Sean, and he was the young guy in the group. There were like 6 or 7 of us guys that hung around together, and Sean was the only one that didn't have a car. So whenever we got together, I would always drive out to Sean's and pick him up, and this way here he was always a part of whatever was going on.
Right.
And this past weekend, my granddaughter, actually my oldest granddaughter, Evelyn, she's 12, I want to say. She had a dance recital at Chicopee High.
Yep.
And so we went, and my wife knows Sean. And she, we're walking in, we're kind of, the family's all getting together, and she smacks me in the arm. She goes, "Hey, Sean's here, too." So, okay, it's just, excuse me. I said, if you see him before I do, let him know, I want to talk to him. So I ended up, I run into him while we're in line to go into the stadium for the seating. And I said, "Hey, hook up with me later. I want to talk to you." So he comes over. Now, this guy is, he makes me look like a child. He is massive. And so he comes over and he gives me a great big hug. And, like I said, he's been like a younger brother to me for 30 years. And so we're talking, and my youngest stepdaughter, Jody, she used to be a professional bodybuilder. And before she got her back messed up pretty badly, but now she can't do it. But she was a competition-level bodybuilder. Wow. And so she comes over, and she's a peanut. And so she comes over, I introduced her to Sean. And Sean, I forget how much Sean knows me. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Yeah. This is one of those people that will always be a close friend because he knows too much about you to not have him.
Yeah.
So Sean's laughing, and he's telling Jody, he says, "Man, you should have known your stepdad when he was younger. He said he was the badass in the group." And I'm just dying. I'm like, really? And it's really interesting to hear him give his point of view on me back then, because I never saw myself that way. And, Sean pointed something out that, is definitely still in my personality. You say or do whatever you want to me. I've got big shoulders. I can take that. That doesn't bother me. You bring my friends or my family into that equation.
Oh, it's a different level.
I get mean very quickly. Yeah. And very defensive. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
And Sean actually mentioned that. He said, I remember him getting angry at some people because they were messing with us. And, it was just, the stories that he was sharing with Jody. Yeah. It was like, okay, that's just too cool. So Sean is going to be in my corner then. So I'm going to have my bodyguard there. So if anybody comes at me with a steel chair, Mr. Gorilla is going to take them out.
Or he's going to take the chair to the head. Either one.
Well, one or the other. But Sean's just a great guy. I'm actually going to have him on your show too. Before then, and so I'll have you come back, and I'll introduce you.
The funny part, Rob, is I've always said this. You got the voice for radio.
Got the face for it too.
Yeah,
got the face for radio too, huh?
You do. Now you're getting carried away. But no, seriously.
Just let him go.
Yeah, I'll let him go. Ding, ding. But no, I want you there. And I get text messages, "Hey, do you got a ring announcer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I already got one picked out." So don't ask me, And
my day is totally free that weekend. So
it's going to be a good time. It's for a great cause. Everything, it's just I'm supposed to be fighting Nacho from the show Wahlburgers.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Knock
actually
the stuffing out of him.
You know what? It's funny. He's coming in today, and we're meeting to sign the contract. So that's kind of cool. I mean,
I'm surprised they didn't do it around the opening of the Wahlburgers in Springfield. I'm shocked.
It's not open yet.
That's what I'm saying. They should have done it that weekend. It would have been a great publicity stunt.
You know what? That's a great show. I loved watching that show.
I love them too.
So I never saw it.
Oh, it's a great show.
It's about a family. It's more about family than the stores.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And like I said, Nacho's going to come in today, and we might go at it now, today. Who knows? But Nacho's a good guy. He's a great guy.
He's definitely a character.
Yeah, he is. He's got definitely so many different personalities. And he's like Nacho Extreme. He does these eating contests. He's just a good guy.
Okay.
But I don't know why he wants to get in the ring with an old man like me. Does he think he's going to throw a punch and land something and something big's going to happen? Because that's not going to happen. Because I'm going to beat him so bad, it's not even funny.
You're going to beat the cheese sauce out of him.
Yeah. But that's a great card. You're going to have a great time.
But now your card, you were telling me off air, I mean, your card's not just boxing, it's wrestling too.
Yeah, we're going to have some wrestling matches, some boxing matches. We're going to mix it up. It's family fun entertainment. That's what it is.
Now, is this for a charity?
Yeah,
or
well, you know what?
What do you got?
One of my best friends, one of my very close personal friends passed away. So about a month
sorry
ago.
to hear that, yeah.
He was a former fighter, former boxer. He was supposed to be on the card with me. So with that being said, is a couple pro fighters, Hall of Fame pro fighters, were going to box us. And we were setting that up, and everything was great.
Yep.
And he ended up passing away. Young guy, great family. And I just went back home to Rhode Island to his daughter's graduation, which was kind of emotional. So that's what that's for. So some of the proceeds are going to his family for one of his daughter's trips. Or something. So I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain and do it for him.
Yeah.
So as you know, I talk to a lot of pro fighters. I'm friends with a lot of fighters, and that sport's a hurt game. Listen, you can't play boxing. People get hurt. People, your head's not made to take that many punches.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a friend of mine, Sean Miller, out of New York. He just fought for a title. He came up a little short, but that's okay. And I said to him, when my buddy Keith passed away, he inboxed me. He was one of the first guys to inbox me. He's a champion out of New York. Inboxed me, but it's crazy. And I said to him, Sean, get your money and get out of that sport.
Yeah.
Because there's no pension.
Yeah.
There's nothing, Rob.
Yeah, you're a subcontractor. You don't have it.
I mean, can you make millions? What is the percentage of people making millions?
That's such a rarity. I mean, you got a better chance at the lottery, I would say.
Right.
There's just so many people.
Can you make $100,000 a year? Maybe.
Yeah, but for how long?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Zab Judah just fought. He was 40 years old. They passed him. Ended up in the hospital this last weekend after his fight with blood clots in the brain.
Wow.
The commission let that fight go on. And I said to Sean, Sean, take your money and get out of that sport. And this is one of the most classiest persons you ever meet or talk to.
Yeah.
And he's like, no doubt, man. Get your money and get out of it. And I see a lot of these young kids coming up nowadays, and they're all turning pro. These 18, 19-year-olds, they all want to be world champions. I get it.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the elite to be up at that level.
Yeah, but if you don't have the aspiration of becoming a world champion, you shouldn't be there to begin with.
Right.
I mean, that's got to be your goal. Otherwise, why are you doing it? You know I mean,
what?
It may not be a realistic goal.
When you walk from the curtain to the ring, believe me when I tell you, the feeling from your fans screaming, even when I do it for entertainment, I mean, they go crazy. You've seen videos of me, the flashes going off. You think Elvis Presley was in the building.
Yeah.
And it's just some little kid from Providence, Rhode Island, and it's just the feeling of taking pictures with everybody afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what the wrestlers all say. They said there's nothing bigger than the feeling of walking on the stage in WrestleMania and seeing 80,000 people screaming. They said really the biggest part of it's all anticlimactic after that. They said soak it in.
Yep.
And Vince McMahon tells all his wrestlers that soak it in.
Well, here's a little trivia for you. You brought up wrestling. The very first inaugural WrestleMania, the very first match, the very first wrestler that came out was the Executioner. He fought Tito Santana. The Executioner is a friend of mine who lives in Agawam.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was the first guy to ever come out
at
a WrestleMania.
Think about that. Walk out on stage, 80,000 people are just cheering.
It boggles the mind. It definitely does. And so we'll see,
And you're on cloud nine, like I was saying, but at the end of the day, this sport, when you retire and it all goes away, it does stuff for you. I think, honestly, we should try to get some kind of pension for these fighters to put away some kind of money, something.
Yeah.
Because, and I hate to say this, I don't know if this is a true number, but my opinion, 90% of them, after they retire within 4 years, 5 years, are broke. Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
That's because the managers are stealing all their money.
No, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But if there was a pension or some kind of something where these fighters are guaranteed money.
Well, their own investments. I mean, if they make
Right.
it to that level, that's on them to invest at that point. But you look at Tyson. He's never going to go hungry. As long as boxers have ears, this guy's good.
Yeah, but look at the house he had in Connecticut. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. But here's a guy that made millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And I don't get it. A friend of mine, Shelly Vincent, she's fighting June 29th at the Providence Civic Center. Last time I was at the Providence Civic Center to watch a pro fight was Vinny Pazienza versus Jabir Delay, 1987.
Oh.
So I get to go back to the Providence Civic Center and see my friend fight Shelly for her last time. Same thing.
Yeah.
Her last time. She's older. She fought for 2 world titles. She came up short. I thought she won. That's boxing.
Yeah.
One of the greatest persons alive, too. One very close friend of my family's, to my kids. Great person, Shelly Vincent. So, and then again, you're going to see 16,000 people at this Providence Civic Center.
Going nuts.
It's a little different than my 150 people you see at the events.
But that's still, I mean, you're a local celebrity personality. I mean, you go from boxing into politics. I mean, that seems to be the way to go.
7:06 at WSKB Westfield. Can I pull a song out of order? Can I pull the 7:15 song because it really fits what we're talking about right now?
Sure, go ahead. I
Okay.
know what you're doing. All right, so we're going to kind of mix this around a little bit. And the 7:15 song is from Living Color, and it's Cult of Personality. And you're listening to the Bobby G and Company show.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Once again, this is Bobby Goff with Bobby G and Company Show. So we had a lot of talking going on, and I fell way behind with the music.
Yes, you did.
I know. So we kind of played that Living Color tune out of order, but let's go back. We're going to backtrack here. We got to get our Floyd fix in, otherwise I'm going to be jonesing all day here. So let's break right back into another song, and this is the Floyd fix with Hey You. And again, you're listening to the Bobby G and Company Show.
Hey you, out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Hey you, standing in the aisles with itchy feet and fading smiles, can you feel me? Hey you, don't help them to bury the light. Don't give in without a fight. Hey you, out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning once again, everybody. This is Bobby G, and you are listening to the Bobby G and Bean and Company show this morning. So we've got, it's still, it's up to 57 degrees. Woohoo, milestone.
You might get to the high temperature.
We're expecting a high of 59 degrees today. It's going to be rainy this afternoon. Should be starting pretty much any time. I can't really tell if it's raining or not.
No, it's not. I'm looking at the ground. It's not.
Okay. And it's going to be pretty much a washout all day today, but tonight it's going to be not raining.
If you were smart and held off mowing your grass, you're in good shape.
Yep, you're good there. So we've got this coming weekend is Father's Day, which for me, it's, I'll tell you, Pete, it's like my birthday. It's
Why is that?
I really don't like the day.
Okay.
Father's Day for me was always my day to pay homage to my dad. And then when I had kids, I didn't want that. That was...
Well, it's your time to do that.
I know.
You do that for the person that you respect, and they do that for you.
And I do get it. I do, honestly. Obviously, I do get it. But it's one of those days that I've never been comfortable with because I am not comfortable with people doing something for me.
That's true. I've noticed that.
And that is very true. That's just the way I'm wired. I'm the first one in line to offer to help, but I'm the last one in line to reach out.
Yeah, I'm the same way, unfortunately.
And so Father's Day for me is a tough one. I'll end up, my dad's been gone for 26 years, and
mine's 19.
They say that it gets easier. They lie. It doesn't get any easier.
No.
I was very close to both of my parents. My mom's been gone now for about 10 years, and it's still both of them. It feels like it was just yesterday. And so, still a very tough time for me. But you got to put, you muddle through. You got to be there, like you said, for the kids and now the grandkids.
Right.
Damn, am I getting old?
You're already
grandkids.
Old, man. Grandkids?
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that.
Oh, my God. And I love them to death. They are just the apple of my eye. Jody's, my youngest stepdaughter, Jody, her daughter is 2.5, Jasmine. She has got me wrapped around her little finger, and she knows it. And now my daughter, Amy, just had a little girl. She's about 6 months old. That's Allie. And again, it's going to be the same damn thing all over again. But, it's awesome. So the dedication, while it is coming out a little late, I'm going to play this dedication. This one goes out to everybody that's a father. So I say Happy Father's Day to you. And this one also goes out to my dad. This was the original theme song for Agawam Paranormal Radio. So this is Norman Greenbaum with Spirit in the Sky. And you're listening to Bobby G.
When I die
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning once again, everybody. This is Bobby Goff.
Look, we have students.
We have students. I don't know. One is Stu and the other is Dent. Is that how
No,
it works?
Will and Ben are out there.
Oh, okay. At least it's not Will and Grace. Okay, thank
and
God for that.
Emily in here running the show.
Nice. All right, so it is 7:25, 57 degrees out. High today at 59. Going to be a rainy afternoon. Evening's supposed to be dry, but hey, we got to get there. So we got Mr. Mancini. Thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Great job pinch hitting.
Yes.
There you go. Short notice, too, I will add. Short notice.
You just found out last night.
Right out of the bullpen last night.
Yep.
Late.
Pulled you away from your fire
We need
pit.
the lefty.
Yep.
So we got your charity event is July 12th. And
yep.
we'll be talking about that between now and then.
Yeah.
And you just recruited me as your guest ring announcer. And so now that's right. Don't mess with the ring announcer. So now you've got you've got a job to do. You got to talk to Jackie and make sure that Miss Jackie Boyle, Bam, is going to be there with me.
Down.
And yeah, but have her, dress in ring attire, with that belt of hers. That's going to be awesome. Let's get some nice celebrity photos.
I'll see what I could do.
There you go.
As long as she's still not mad at me, I joke with her.
Well, she's not mad at me, so just tell her she'll be there with me.
There you go. Perfect.
So
nice angle there, Bobby.
I love it. You gotta dig where you can dig. And I've already spoken to my bodyguard, the gorilla, Mr. Sean. He's going to be there too. He's all excited about it. And so there won't be anybody hitting me with a steel chair that night, let me tell you.
There you go.
So we'll have some fun with this. So this is going to be a combination boxing and wrestling event.
Yep.
And where is this going to be held?
Club 1, Agawam.
Club 1.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, so close to home for you.
It is right across.
So when they wheel you out in the stretcher, it won't be too far of a ride.
And that's a point. That's right. I mean, I can, on the way by my house, we can hit Balboni's and get a loaf of bread or something like that, and we'll go to the hospital. So we're in good shape with that. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that, and I'm definitely going to have you back on between now and then.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And it's as always, my friend.
It's always fun. It's always fun when we're together, you and I.
Yep.
It's always fun.
That's scary, isn't it?
Oh, it is scary.
So I got to give a shout out because this has also become a tradition. I got to give a shout out to Sabrina. I ran into her a couple of weeks ago at Big Y. And I was asking her, I said, hey, did you listen to your dad's show? She says, yeah, he had it on that day. I said, did you hear your shout out? And she just grinned from ear to ear. She said, yeah. She's
going to be 21 July 1st.
Damn, that makes me feel even older.
Yeah. She was, 10 years old maybe when she was doing 11 years old?
Yeah, she was a kid.
She was young when we were doing the paranormal
stuff together, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just, oh my God, that's something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a sweetheart. Now I haven't met your other daughter, your son yet, but you said your son is 13. God bless you.
Yeah, Michael's 13, Marissa's 16.
Oh, you got it tough.
Brutal.
Yeah, I know.
You see my Facebook.
I feel your pain.
I can't. Half my razors are dull because I got 3 females living in the house.
Well, the only advice I can give you It's only the first 35 years are the toughest. After that, it gets easier.
Yeah. When they
on
move
that
out.
on that bombshell, it's
On
time
that
to wrap it
bombshell.
up.
Yes, it is. So, listen, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Bobby G and Bean show this morning. And Pete, thank you for, as always, being the producer and the behind-the-scenes guy. And, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. And remember, if you respect your dad now, because he won't be there forever. And don't have any regrets. That's something you can't get over. Right. I can honestly say I don't have any, but, don't have any regrets because it's,
Life's
not worth
too
it.
short.
Life's too short. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah. So with that in mind, folks, please be safe and tune in next week. God only knows. I want to hear how Lynn's competition went. If she,
all right, they're chomping at the bit out there.
Yeah, I see them. So I'm going to leave you with one final song, and this is the Bare Naked Ladies with Another Postcard. You've been listening to the Bobby G Show.
You can't imagine so many monkeys in the Daily Mail, and all of them coming anonymously so they leave no trail. Never thought I'd have an admirer from overseas, but someone is sending me stationery filled with chimpanzees. Some chimps in swimsuits, some chimps are swinging from a vine, some chimps in jackboots, some chimps that wish they could be my Starsky and Hutch chimps. A chimp who's sitting on the can, a pair of Dutch chimps who send their love from Amsterdam. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. If I had to guess, I'd say the monkey sender thinks it's great. He's sending me, maybe she's sending me just to see me get irate. I'm losing sleep and it's really keeping me up all night. I thought it was funny, but now I got money on a monkey fight. Some chimps in hard hats, chimps are working on a chain gang. Some chimps who love cats, burning rubber in a Mustang. A birthday wishing chimp, a chimp in black like a goth, a going fishing chimp, a British chimp in the bar. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. So when they follow me, even though I back to move my home, no matter what, they come and they come, they won't leave me alone. Another monkey in the mail to make me lose my mind, but look at me shuffling through the stack until I finally find some chimps in swimsuits, some chimps in jack boots, some chimps in hard hats, some chimps who love cats. I got some shaved chimps, that's chimps devoid of any hair. I got the brave chimps dressed up in the women's underwear. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Everyone is addressed to me. Everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard with chimpanzees, and hard hats, some chimps who love cats, and everyone is addressed to me. I got the pretty chimps dressed up in the women's underwear. Starsky and Hutch chimps, a chimp who's sitting on the can, a pair of Dutch chimps who send their love from Amsterdam. Some chimps in Mustangs, some chimps in gangs. I got a birthday wishing chimp, and I got to go and fishing chimp.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations.